Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is my latest review of Mob Psycho 100, episode 9. Alright, so if you guys watched my last video I did on Mob Psycho, it was basically kind of a recap of some of the stuff that happened between the first 8 episodes. I didn't give a lot away because I didn't want to spoil anyone who didn't watch the anime. And because it was like what you call a breakthrough of character and what they were doing and stuff. I didn't want to give too much away. And I had to marathon all 8 episodes, so I had to start. I still gotta do ReZero, so that's a big deal. And now we're up to this. Yes. All right, let's get started. Hey, if you guys know what's happening in Mob Psycho 100 right now, you know there's this evil organization called Claw that's taking espers and taking them, hypnotizing them, and asking them to join their ranks. They have at least over 100. They have hundreds of members so far. All right, some of them very, very strong. Like we got to lost. It was that Kagurama guy who went up against Mo. He gave Kobe. He and Mo went head to head. Mo beat him, but at the same time, he wasn't an ordinary opponent using his psychic powers to augment his strength and do physical damage. And I mean the reason why he knows about this situation now is because Hasawa, that blonde guy that he beat up, that he made bald, only one episode. When he fought, that was one of the best episodes I watched. That's one of my favorite. I gotta rewatch that. That episode, he revealed that they went after him too, but he beat the crap out of the guy, so he's not what you call very easy. So he knows all about them. Not all about them, but some of them. They also have higher members, Claw Esserus or something like Claw Section. I think they have some kind of hierarchy, and according to what they know, that this is the 7th division of the Claw. That means they have places all over the world. That means this is the only place that they're doing experiments on espers. It's not the only place, which is a pretty big deal. Seeing how this episode go, get to see there's a meeting between the Claw operances. They have meeting. Looks like their leader is that child one, small child-looking thing that's wearing the hood over his head. And I mean, I think he's probably the most powerful. Most powerful because the way he barks orders and talks to them, telling them to be careful and stuff. It's like they're afraid that they listen to him because I think they're afraid of him technically, which is serious. That means that guy has something more, and it's probably gonna be like the end of the series, I think, where you would get to see this guy, displays his true power. Or that's my opinion overall. That's what I think. This is definitely very, very unique. Unique reviews. I like it. This anime so far. We have to see that, that the children they were taken, by if you guys didn't know that there were children who are also had wanted to become espers and experimenting with their psychic powers. They went to this group, this small group that was funding their research. Turns out the people that were funding the research facility was a member of the Claw organization. But he kidnapped the children. Now they're gonna use them, even brainwash them a little bit. How this one guy, one of the higher up leader, one of them higher scaling one with a big chin, takes one of the children and stuff, and then takes one of the children, then looks like he stabbed him and killed him, and if he didn't reveal his psychic powers, which is pretty big deal. He's like literally giving them this message saying, if you don't reveal your powers to us, if you're not useful to us, you're gonna die. But it turns out it's just a blunt trick, because you see the kid that he took, he has a twin brother and they're both telepaths. That means they can communicate mind to mind with each other. So what they're doing is they're just screwing with people. They're just messing in their heads. I mean, think about it. They're young espers, but they're children. They want to manipulate their minds a little bit, which is pretty cool. We also got to know this one guy, Atendra. He's one of them. He's one of the Claw group. He's a member of the Claw group. He goes to find Kageyama, Hanazawa, and Dimple. While they're playing a rescue mission, this guy looks for them because they want to know how he beat Kogurama. The big tough guy that fought with Mo last episode. They want to know how he did it. But he found them. How they waterboard the hell out of this dude. It's pretty funny. This isn't funny about Toto, but how the hell they got the jump on him? It's pretty crazy, overall, but they managed to get the situation from him. They found out where the location is, but then the fight ensues. And he uses like telekinesis to create whips. Overall, it was pretty. I like the fighting, but it was a little pacing. It was slow pace. It was like fast paced. Ain't not too. It was pretty good. I liked some of it, but I wish it lasted a little more. No more. It's pretty interesting when you see it. But in the end, they managed to get right through him, and Dimple finds a body. One of the guards that looks like he's not really special. He tried to put her as Tender, but Tender has psychic protection. Now, meanwhile, you got Reed say using him and the other children try to find a way to escape. They manipulate. They do their best. Right? They manipulate the situation. He even looks like he manipulates, using the girl of the group. The girl asking them all for their help. Using all their abilities to their best. And he used the spoon to put it in the whole keyhole to escape. Pretty interesting. But they're being guarded by these three tough-looking guys. They don't look like they're espers at all. Say you make a move, we're gonna beat the crap out of you. But in the end, they're the ones that got thrown to a wall. It's pretty interesting. And while the children try to make their escape, Kakayama, Mob and his group are right now entering the building, and the members of the core group are right now trying to find these people and find a way to deal with them and how. Because the fact that they got inside and beat up two of their members, they can't take any chances. Which means we're gonna see another big fight coming up between psychics. I can't wait to see. Hey, this episode I definitely like it. It was fast paced, good storytelling. Because you got the kids trying to escape on one end, and the hero and our hero main protagonist rescuing the other. Even though we got to see some shorter fights than we usually got, I want one fight to be like the last one, like 8 minutes, like nearly half an episode. We'll probably get that when they keep going through more and more of those core organization groups. We're probably gonna get a bigger fight. You know how One Punch Man and between Saitama and Boros, that was one of my best. That was one of the best fights ever. But I can't wait to see how they take that and add it to this. Overall, hope you enjoyed this one. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Sunrise Game. You are Mob Psycho episode 9. I'm out. Bye.